Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. As we approach the end of April, beginning of May, every good comic book fan knows that means one thing: Free Comic Book Day. This year, Free Comic Book Day is coming your way on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. And I figured what better way to celebrate these festivities than to put together a list of all the offerings the publishers are going to have available for you in your local shops this Saturday so you can make an informed decision of whether or not you want to go stand in the long lines and partake in all the Free Comic Book Day festivities, or if maybe you want to skip it this year. I know as a father of two girls and a huge comic book fan, I love Free Comic Book Day because it allows me to take my passion for comics and experience that with my girls, take them to the shop and let them get a couple of comics of their own. That it's okay if they tear up, crumble, draw on, you know, do whatever they want. And me as a comic book nerd, I don't have to feel the anxiety of them not perfectly placing it in their bag and board and in the box, keeping it pristine for years to come. But with that being said, let's move in to see what offerings we're going to have for us this weekend in comic book shops for Free Comic Book Day. And kicking us off on this is an offering from Marvel, and it comes to us by the way of the Amazing Spider-Man. And what's important about this issue is this is a prelude to the Ultimate Universe crossover event that's going to be taking place later on this summer. It's also a continuation of the Joe Kelly Spider-Man run that's gone for the first two issues, as John Romita Jr. is about to jump on the book for the interiors. And it's going to kind of give us a look and a glimpse into the future of the webhead and see what these two creators have in store for him down the line through the rest of the year, as well as the introduction of that new villain, Hell's Gate. Coming to you from DC, we have All In 2025 Special Edition #1. And the DC All In saga explodes into a brand new Free Comic Book Day flip book. First up, the core line DC Universe soars into Superman action with a dazzling debut of superstar writer Dan Slott, along with acclaimed artist Raphael Albuquerque. In this special zero-issue installment of the forthcoming Superman Unlimited series, you will witness the prelude to the biggest Superman comic book adventure of the year, as well as an ominous new threat from the heavens that will change the course of Kryptonian life on Earth as we know it. Then, as the absolute universe expands, dark forces begin to gather in the shadows, forces that have been waiting for a very long time to shape events and seize control. All while a mysterious figure watches. But who is this powerful new character, and what do they want with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the emerging heroes? Could it potentially be the creator of this universe, Darkseid, waiting to seize control? Who knows? I think we're all going to have to pick up this DC All In special to find out. Our next offering also comes to us from Marvel in the way of Fantastic Four. And the reason you want to pick this book up is that in advance of Marvel's first family arriving on the big screen this summer, Ryan North and Humberto Ramirez craft an unusual story in which the Fantastic Four respond to a most unusual interdimensional summons. And on the eve of the birth of the all new, all different X-Men, there is one extra mutant in attendance. Who is it? I think we'll find out in this book. But this book is also, you want to pick it up because it does contain a first appearance. And that first appearance is of Dead Vereen and Wolverpool, who cameoed in Concert of Champions a few weeks ago. We also have the first appearance of an all new, all different X-Men team and the first appearance of a new mutant. Definitely pick this one up because who knows what it's going to do on the secondary market with these first appearances. Then we have an offering coming to us from Image Skybound in the way of the Energon Universe Special 2025. The biggest name in comics brings you the biggest Free Comic Book Day release of the year with 3 all-new stories from the Energon Universe featuring G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Void Rivals. A perfect jumping on point for new readers with a huge revelation for longtime fans. If you read the last issue of G.I. Joe, you saw that they are finally crossing over the G.I. Joe and Transformers universe. And I think this is going to be the continuation of that. If you're reading the Energon Universe stuff, whether it's Void Rivals, Transformers, or G.I. Joe, it has all been absolute fire. I know a lot of people are not as high on Void Rivals as they are G.I. Joe and Transformers, but me personally, I've enjoyed all of it. I continue to read it, and I really look forward to see what not only does this issue hold, but what's to come from the Energon universe in the rest of the year. Then we have this Star Wars book coming to us from Marvel. Celebrating the new era of Star Wars comics, Luke Skywalker finds himself in a wretched hive of scum and villainy while facing off against pirates. Jedi Knights Qui-Gon Jinn and Tensu Run are on the hunt for the villainous Corliss Wrath. Who is the mysterious Vinny, and what is his connection to Darth Vader and Kylo Ren? Which sounds like and is shaping up to be a must pick up for any Star Wars fan this free comic book day. From a must pick up book for Star Wars fans to a must pick up book for Godzilla fans. Coming to you from IDW, we have Godzilla, the New Heroes. In July 2025, a brand new Godzilla story is coming, but you can get your first look here. Godzilla, the New Heroes, Free Comic Book Day 2025 features an original 10-page prelude to the new IDW Godzilla continuity, as well as preview pages for other books set in a new Godzilla shared universe. Each of these books is a fresh exploration on what it means to be a Godzilla comic, from a group of mercenaries that fly through space and Mecha Godzilla to a strange wasteland inhabited by half kaiju, half human freaks, to a bold superhero take on G-Force. A new era of Godzilla comics starts here. And from Godzilla, we go back to Marvel for Marvel Voices. And this book here is celebrating a year of Marvel Voices with a brand new story starring Ironheart best-selling writer Justina Ireland blasts Ironheart into Chicago's past for a story of Black innovation through the ages, and explore the past year of Voices anthologies with selections from Mystique and Destiny's star-studded wedding issue, Patriot's explosive return to superheroing, and introduction of a brand new Ghost Rider, and more. I think this book right here is probably worth picking up for that brand new Ghost Rider introduction, and wondering who it's going to be and how that might potentially affect the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, let alone Marvel Comics moving forward. We also have another first appearance coming to us from Skybound in the Transformer universe in the way of Transformers' worst bot ever, the first appearance of Ballpoint. The first appearance of Ballpoint, everyone's new favorite Decepticon, comes in this special first look at the most anticipated new graphic novel of the year, Transformers' Worst Bot Ever. Are you looking forward to this Transformers book? Do you think you'll pick up this Transformers book? Is it worth going out to Free Comic Book Day just for this book specifically? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as you do that, we're going to continue on and move into Conan, Scourge of the Serpent. The Serpent God's influence tightens its coils around the Hybrana age and every other age linked to it. 3 stunning supernatural stories will spiral together to answer the chilling question framed in the past and present. What is Set's grand plan for humanity? And now that it has begun, can it be stopped? And from the world of Conan, we move into the world of Mark Spears' Monsters, the hottest thing going in comics right now, the hottest artist, the hottest book. Everything's culminating to just being a scorcher of a book for Mark Spears, and he's absolutely killing it with Monsters. From his hit trading card series, Mark Spears' Monsters, superstar cover artist Mark Spears, who's done things for Spawn, Power Rangers, Absolute Power, has created, written, and illustrated this best-selling comic book series. In this 0-issue special produced exclusively for Free Comic Book Day, Spears gifts fans with a chilling all-new tale that plunges into the darkest corners of the human soul. Mark Spears' Monster Zero sets the stage for a world filled with nightmarish creatures and unsettling mysteries. What terrors will you unleash? Plus, an all-new Free Comic Book Day exclusive Kids These Days short by WWE NXT superstar All Ego Ethan Page and toy creator Brett Murphy, as well as Wilson Gandolfo. From a new hit in Monsters, we go back to old reliable. We have VR Troopers or Power Rangers. Well, this is the moment you've been waiting for. After 30 years, the VR Troopers are back, blasting into comic shops around the country on Free Comic Book Day 2025. After they're making their long-awaited return in the pages of Power Rangers Prime, this issue will give fans a sneak peek at a new era of virtual reality-powered action, alongside a special flip book calling back to the original 1995 comics. Power Rangers VR Trooper fans, rejoice. Make sure to pick up this book at your LCS on Free Comic Book Day. We also have an offering from Boom Studios, from Boom 20. And Boom 20 is celebrating 20 years of Boom Studios with this milestone anniversary collection for some of our most iconic series. Get ready for more adventures, more terror, more mystery, and more fun with created tales from the worlds of Berserker, Something's Killing the Children, Mouse Guard, Irredeemable, and an exclusive all-new Hello Darkness story. If that's not enough for you, we have For all you Scotty Young fans, a little trip into I Hate Fairyland Once Upon a Time, celebrating 10 years of I Hate Fairyland with a stroll down memory lane. Literally, as the lovable, psychotic Gert revisits the various lands and kingdoms that she's terrorized throughout the first 40 plus issues of her adventures. Join superstar cartoonist Scotty Young for the look back at the landmark series and tantalizing glimpse of the next 10 years, 10 more of I Hate Fairyland. Well, if you hate Fairyland, you can't hate on Mega Man, as we get an offering of Mega Man on Free Comic Book Day. Video game legend Mega Man returns with an all-new comic series from Udon. In this special one-shot adventure, the original Blue Bomber faces off against villainous robots, masters like Cold Man, Wind Man, Skull Man, and more. The new era of Mega Man comics begins here. So if you're a Mega Man fan, be on the lookout for that. But you might also be a fan of the Phantom. And in that case, Mad Cave got you covered as we get a sneak peek into the new world of the Phantom. The Phantom is back in this all new adventure series, the first story in an exclusive publishing plan that is sure to satisfy both new and returning fans of comics' beloved Ghost Who Walks. In true Phantom fashion, look forward to pulpy storytelling focused on justice, horror, mystery, mythology, all told with heaps of action. Speaking of heaps of action, you can't go wrong with Thundercats or Powerpuff Girls, as they have this little crossover event, two titans of animation together for the first time. And the greatest crossover since the peanut butter and Met Jelly, the Powerpuff Girls travel to Third Earth and discover the world of the Thundercats. After being trapped in a runaway rocket by Mojo Jojo, the Townsville trio finds themselves on a strange planet where their superpowers don't work. Luckily, someone named Snarf is there to provide the situation report. And wouldn't you know it, there's evil that needs defeating, but without their chemical X enhanced abilities, what can Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup do against foes like Ra? Find out in Thundercats Powerpuff Girls this Saturday. And if you're a fan of Netflix's Black Mirror, there's something for you on Free Comic Book Day too, as we have Black Mirror from Twisted Comics. And the future is bright and it's terrifying. An introduction to the Black Mirror comic series by Twisted Comics. This free comic book day grab offers a fresh take on a classic story, exploring the dark side of technology and society with chilling twists only Black Mirror is known for. And from Black Mirror, we move on to video game fans. We have Diablo from Blizzard's award-winning video game series and best video game series. We have Diablo returns to printed comics for the first time in over a decade. Darius and his barbarian tribe are in need of a miracle. With their leader gravely ill, they travel far seeking Akrad. From Blizzard's award-winning best-selling video game series comes Diablo, and it returns to printed comics for the first time in over a decade. Darius and his barbarian tribe are in need of a miracle. With their leader gravely ill, they travel far seeking Akrat's champion of the poor and downtrodden. The people who say that Akrat has risen after centuries of death to heal the world with light, and Darius is nearly desperate enough to believe them. But in the shadows of this savior, a new age is rising, an age of hatred. So if you're a fan of the Diablo video game, why not get yourself some Diablo printed material and pick up this Diablo Free Comic Book Day book at your LCS this Saturday. And from the world of Diablo, we move into an offering from... And from the world of Diablo, we move into another offering from IDW. This time it comes to you via IDW Dark. As in hit the lights and explore the new home for horror, but don't get too comfortable. IDW Dark launches in 2025 with a nightmare fuel for everyone. From blockbuster licensed properties to the bold new original stories, IDW Dark finds your new fear spotlight. The imprint's upcoming originals with exclusive first looks at Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, which if you haven't read the previous Beneath the Trees with Nobody or When Nobody Sees storyline, it's amazing. It's definitely worth reading. I can't recommend it enough. The shocking sequel to Patrick Horvath's breakout hit series and 30 Days of Night, Falling Sun an expansion of IDW's legacy vampire franchise from co-creators Stephen Niles and Red Hot writer Rodney Barnes. Who doesn't love some good IDW horror? But also, if you're a 90s kid like me, who doesn't love them some gargoyles? And luckily, Disney's got you covered, and Dynamite. Luckily, Disney and Dynamite have you covered this free comic book day as you get some Gargoyles Demona. And Vengeance 10 Centuries in the Making. The tragic tale of Demona, sworn enemy of Disney's Gargoyles, begins in Dynamite Entertainment's special free comic book day issue number 0 of Gargoyles Demona. For the 1,000 years while the heroic gargoyle slept, their nemesis Demona has been wide awake, scheming and plotting her revenge against humanity for destroying her kind. And although Goliath and his clan of gargoyles will do everything they can to protect their adopted New York City, they are not prepared for the lengths at which Demona will go in order to enact her twisted plan for justice, or for how large a party they themselves are, or for how large a part they themselves will play in carrying this out. Who doesn't love a good gargoyle story and can't continue on the mythos of Gargoyle? Speaking of continue on the mythos, from their popular web-based show and series, Critical Role moves into comic books with Critical Role, The Mighty Nine Origins, and Free Comic Book Day. From Mad Cave, we get Speed Racer, an all-new continuation of Tatsu Yoshida's classic manga/anime Match Go Go Go, known to Western audiences as Speed Racer, which ignites in Mad Cave's ongoing Speed Racer series. Meanwhile, Mark Russell drives a backup tale that leads directly into Racer X's spin-off series. One part Driver, another part Baby Driver, and another part Fast and the Furious with classic anime/manga inspirations. Throughout, fans new and old are given a front row seat to exciting tales of action, adventure, overcoming challenges, and family in this new Speed Racer book. And last but certainly not least, from Vault Comics, we have Def Leppard's Hysteria. And in this free comic book day special edition of Def Leppard's Hysteria 0, it follows the origins of the world's most famous guitar. When Foz, the frontwoman of indie band Darkside, inherits her father's estate, it comes with a guitar she half remembers from her childhood. The guitar speaks to her, promising fame and success. Soon it delivers, but when Darkside's equipment is stolen at a massive music venue, just before they're set to take the stage with Def Leppard, Foz goes on a war path to get it back. A knuckle-dusting rampage ensues, and the guitar's true history is revealed. Make sure to pick that up if you're a Def Leppard fan. But that's it. That's all of the offerings, or at least the biggest offerings I think that are going to be available for you this Saturday on Free Comic Book Day. Make sure to get out there, support your local comic shop, enjoy Free Comic Book Day, enjoy all the festivities, and we'll catch you back in another video very, very soon.